Rise and shine. Day 4. The sun goes up. Another service opportunity. Here we go. Haribo. So these are a gift that Krishna just sent me on book distribution. So I had been just telling a student to the dot. I was passing by some student. I said, man, he's looking at me like he's making conversation while I walk by. I'd already pushed him earlier. I said, dude, I've got to invest in a pair of gloves because my fingers are screaming in agony right now. I gave away my wool gloves a couple weeks ago to another student who was cold, and I was doing books sometime. My fingers have been in agony ever since. So I tell him that. I walk 15 feet further and stop a young couple. And I asked him to take a look at the books and real friendly. I told the guy, I could show you in 42 seconds. He laughs and says, you got 48. And so I show the books, and then he wants to research it later on. But I'd asked him if they could hold it, and his wife digs into her purse and she gives me these. So now I've got gloves, and I was just cracking up how we try to do something of service, and 15 feet later after I said it, I get a pair of gloves. So far it's actually been a very blissful morning. Alright, Krishna. Alrighty, we're almost 7 hours in. It's been a very slow and steady day. Padma gave some nice prasadam to power out, and Krishna's been taking it much easy on me. He knows I'm a rascal, can't take too much of a beating, so after having the hardcore yesterday, he's been taking it really easy. People are being real mellow, taking books, a lot of sweetness. So just slow and steady wins the race. It's been recording.
Oh, okay, you got a video.
Hey, thanks, dude.
Yeah, no
Take care. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
And that is one of the many blissful things that can happen when you meet someone who's totally psyched to get both books. And you ask if you can take your picture together so you can show folks, and like, yeah, absolutely. And then you realize that you've got your camera on video instead of picture, and he had to go for that. It was really, really positive interaction, which I probably thought this has been a blast. Alrighty, so today, the biggest realization is that in this service we need to focus our complete and total attention on everyone else, our compassion on everyone else, because Krishna's got us covered. In this material world, oftentimes it's hard for us to focus on the people because we're thinking, am I going to be taken care of? Oh, I got to get some prasadam, because if I don't get in line, no one's going to get it for me. Or I got to get in the bus to get home, because if I don't take care of myself on the bus, I'm not going to get mine. It's not like that in book distribution. We got to make our mind completely, let's get these books out. And yes, we got to cover the cost of books. Donations are there. But those fine line points look like we got to make decisions where it's like, you know what? We got to trust Krishna to take care of us, make intelligent decisions, do what we got to do, but it's like, you know, there's a saying, if you haven't experienced it, you won't understand, and if you experienced it, there's no need to explain it. All I can do is encourage people to go out there, distribute books, and all these things will make sense to you on your own. But today I was out, and my fingers, I discussed this briefly in the vlog earlier, but I'm just summarizing again. They were in screaming agony. I gave my wool gloves away to a student who took a book a long time ago because I wanted him to have a good impression. Screaming agony. And I was thinking, I have got to get some gloves. I've got to get some gloves. I don't know how to make this today. I told some student, man, I'm going to get some gloves. I walked 15, maybe 20 feet past that student. Boom. Talked to a young couple. They were real friendly. Didn't take the Bhagavad Gita, but the lady said, oh, here. And she pulled out of her purse and gave me a nice, warm pair of gloves. Like out of the booth. That just doesn't happen. Krishna's got us taken care of in book distribution. Our job is, okay, we know we're taken care of. Now we give our attention to everybody else. And that, look at how blissfully that's smooth. And so, going from that to the spirit of Queen Kunti's teachings, we can only aspire for that, Holy Krishna. Following up with the daily, nightly routine of putting 372 in this little jar, so at the end of the month we can get a full case of them. 1, 2, 3. You know, it's funny, I just told my wife today, I don't have any professions of yoga, I'm only doing big hardback books now, so I didn't myself asking for change. And I have people handing me like dollars and change, like, you know, finding pennies all over the ground. It's crazy what happens. Krishna's like, yeah, you're not the controller. You don't know what's going to happen. You'll have change. So, 2, 22, 72. Alrighty. And I encourage you, do this with me, and at the end of the month, you'll have a whole case of books. It happens so gradually. It's nothing large out of the paycheck, 372 a day. And you can get a whole case of books to do whatever you want with them. Hare Krishna.